welcome or welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sacha here. For today's look, I really just wanted to focus everything surrounding how I do my foundation routine. Sometimes I want to be willing to just skip the whole process because honestly, I'm going to play with you guys. It's a process. It does take a long time. That's pretty much the longest part of doing my makeup. Sometimes the eyes like super fast, but the face, the whole process, sometimes a little bit too long. So sometimes I just want to be able to skip that portion and get straight to the eyes, which is why I've created this video dedicating it just to my foundation routine so you guys can see the exact steps that I do, because I pretty much do the same steps all the time. However, sometimes the products are different, but the steps are exactly the same. So if you guys want to see how I do my foundation routine, then please stick around and keep watching. So I've already outlined the bottom of my brows, cleaned them up, did the eye makeup. I didn't complete my brows yet because I'm going to leave that until after the foundation routine. So we're just going to get right into it. I always moisturize. Does not matter where I'm going, what kind of primer I'm using, what kind of foundation I'm using. I always moisturize. So to moisturize today, I use the Clinique Moisture Serge. I always use this before I do my eyebrows and eye makeup as well. So I've already applied this, so you won't see that on camera unfortunately. But I did apply this, a little bit of this all over my face. For primer, I'm going to be using the Nevea Men Aftershave Balm or Sensitive Skin Shaving Balm. So we're going to apply this onto our face all over. Next, I'm going to be applying the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizer. So that is this one right here. And this one I'm going to focus on my T-zone area. That's where I get oily and that's where my pores are more like, hello. So I'm going to apply it to this area right here. It smooths out your pores like nobody's business. I love this primer and I just started using it, but it's like, oh, it's so good. The center of the head and onto the nose. It does leave some white cast sometimes. I don't know if that's because of I keep mixing it with the Nevea Men's Balm, but it does leave a little bit of white residue sometimes, so just go ahead and dust that off. No biggie. Okay, for foundation today I'm going to be using my absolute fave, and I don't know if I've used this on my YouTube channel before, but it's the Urban Decay All Nighter. So that is this one right here. My shade is 9.5 and we're going to get right into it. We're basically just going to apply this all over the face. I'm going to be using a Morphe E54 brush to apply. I am obsessed with this foundation, you guys. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but obsessed. It is full coverage though. So when you first apply the foundation onto your skin, make sure it gets to the area that you want more. You want more of the product to be. So I usually want more of the product to be like right here. So I usually apply it right here first and then I work the product around. Next, I'm going to go in with my concealer. I want it to be very bright because it's the winter time or fall time. So I want it to be very bright, very hello, can you see me? I'm here. So I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. So that is this one right here, and this one is in the shade Tan. So I always start off by applying the concealer to my forehead first, down the bridge of my nose. And now when you're doing it down the bridge of your nose, try to keep the line as skinny as possible. Right above the Cupid's bow area and my chin. So I'm going to use a damp beauty blender to blend this all in. So I start with this area first because I want to leave the under eye for the very last, because right after I'm done applying the product to my under eye, I want to be able to set it right away. So I leave that area for the very last. That way it's minimal creasing. This concealer blends so easily, it's super nice. Okay, so using the same damp beauty blender, I'm just going to go ahead and blend this all in. So when I'm blending in my concealer, just bring it up some onto my nose so that it also helps with my nose contour. I bring the concealer up all the way so it kind of pulls my face up, or give the illusion of pulling my face up and making it look somewhat slimmer. And to set the under eye concealer, I'm going to be using the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. Now I've actually mixed this with my Laura Mercier Translucent powder. So I put a little bit of this and a little bit of this, and I mix them into this one. And I just always use this one. I like the yellow effect from this one, but I also like the refinement of this one, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to use a Sigma F35 brush to just kind of set this all in. And I'm just setting directly under my eyes before I blend out the other side, because again, the faster you set it, the less creasing. Usually throughout the day, right in between my nose area right there, it starts to, the product starts to slip away. It doesn't matter what I use. The product slips away from there. So what I've been doing lately that's been actually helping is I've been baking right in between my nose. Put the setting powder there for a bit and I let it sit. So you just want to go ahead and set all the areas of your face that you've applied your concealer. So just go ahead and set it. And as you guys can see, I'm just kind of patting the product into my face because I want it to sit there. Just sit on my skin nicely. Okay, so to set the rest of my face that I didn't apply the concealer, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. So that is this one right here. It's the 16-hour setting powder. I'm going to apply it with this brush that I got from Tarte. So it looks like this. So all the areas that you didn't apply concealer, just go ahead and set it. So I didn't apply any concealer down here. I'm setting it. I didn't apply any concealer right above here. So I'm setting it. Around the parameters of my head, I didn't apply concealer there, so we're just gonna set it. Yes, this is a lot of product. Yes, this is a long process, but it's just what I do to get the result that I want, okay? Okay, so I apply bronzer. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is. So we're going to be applying the Bobbi Brown Bronzing Powder. This one is in the shade Deep 04. So I like to start here. And I just go in circular motion to blend the product in nicely. But still going up and down. If that makes any sense. It did a little bit, right? Okay. And also along the perimeters of my head. My 5x5. I feel like this helps to kind of give that shadow and help to contour my forehead, because as you guys can tell, I don't use cream products to contour. I rarely ever do. Okay, now to contour, I'm pretty sure you guys know what my contour powder is. It is the MAC Studio Fix Powder, and this one's in the shade NW50. And I start from the outer corners, and then I blend it in. This one I keep in an up and down motion. I sometimes contour my jawbone as well. This helps to get rid of any like double chin. Well, it doesn't get rid of it, but it minimizes the appearance of it. So at this point, I go ahead and I use the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder and my Beauty Blender to clean up under my contour, make it a little bit more sharp. So I also like to kind of buff it down a bit because I also don't want a sharp line down here, so I also buff the bottom out of it. And then I just leave the top to bake for a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my brows and my eyes off camera, then we'll come back to the face. Okay, so now that we've completed the eyes, we're just gonna dust off this sharpening situation that we have going on. But look at that though. Cut a bitch. So next you can go ahead and apply whatever blush you want to. I'm going to be using the Romantic Rose by Milani. And I like to start with most of the product right here. Sometimes you'll find that you use a heavy hand. If that's the case, apply and then you're like, oops. Switch to the other side like real quick, blend that out and then come back. And I also like to blend my blush. I just don't like apply it dot dot dot. I also like to blend it at the front, sometimes at the back. Blend it at the front because that's where I want most of the product. And then I pull it in. For highlight, I'm using my current fave. This is the Becca Topaz. Usually if I have like a lot of pimple, I try not to put highlight on the pimple, but I'm kind of in an okay spot right now. And sometimes what I do, I apply the blush like right under the highlight just to kind of get rid of any harsh line. And I also fix this area with the blush brush. Now to set my face to make sure it's not looking all sorts of powdery, I'm going to be using the MAC Fix Plus. I'm going to spray it onto my damp beauty blender that I used earlier. Whichever side is like the cleaner side, then that's the side you want to spray it onto. So then I start to apply this onto like all over my face. We're going to avoid the parts that we've highlighted. Avoid those sections for now. So one more spray. And now we tap it onto the highlighted area. And a tiny trick with this is right before it dries completely, you can apply some more highlight just to get it more metro booming. It definitely just helps to intensify your highlighter. At this point, I'm patting rather than blending because I've already done the blending that I want to. So I can pat it on strategically onto the places that I want to be like bling in your face. So we're gonna drag on the wig, pop on a little bit of something on the lips, and then we'll be right back. So yeah, that is the end of the video. That is basically how I do my foundation all the time. Like no joke, all the time. Because for me, I like to be full glam or nothing. If I'm wearing nothing though, I usually color correct using my Smashbox stick. You guys know it. But I don't like the no makeup look. Like that's not me. If I'm wearing makeup, I want it to be known that I got 10 pounds of makeup on my face. So yeah, I usually go all out. So if I am wearing makeup most of the time, I do this routine. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really do. I hope you guys learned something new. I really do, because that's the whole purpose of this, for me to do what I love, and hopefully it shows you something new. You feel me? You feel me? So yeah, if you guys did like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out if you're a newbie. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. This is my peeps. This is